do that, and we are set. So good evening, everybody. My name is Robin Sullivan. I'm a very blessed Diamond Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. And I am really excited to come to you guys tonight to talk to you about springing into success with Plexus. So most of you have either been introduced to the products, maybe you're new to the products, but you've probably been invited to this call tonight because if you aren't already diving into this amazing business opportunity, someone that thought enough of you invited you to hear more about how we have been blessed with Plexus. And so tonight you're going to hear from three amazing ladies and three stories from individuals who have joined us on this journey just here recently, and just hear about the amazing things that have been going on as they have been springing into success with Plexus. So without further ado, I want to first introduce Aisha Watley. I think I saw you. I know she's on here. I just can't see her on the grid. But I'm still looking for her. Oh, there you are. I see you. You're right next to me. So I want to introduce to you Aisha Watley. I'm excited to hear from her. What I want you to first share before you get started and kind of dive into your testimony, Aisha, is tell us where you're from, tell us how long you've been a part of Plexus, and also tell us just your story, why you got started with Plexus and all of those things. Okay?
Okay.
Take it away.
All right. So good evening, everybody. My name is Aisha Watley, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. And so I'm a state auditor for the state of Ohio. I do driver's license audits at the License Bureau, just making sure they're following the practices for the state of Ohio's laws with issuing vehicle registration, driver's license, and state IDs. So I already have a physically, mentally stressful job. So a little backdrop on me. About 2.5 years ago, I picked up doing Instacart part-time. And it was because my daughter was getting ready to graduate from Hampton University. And she did graduate, and she has her MD and PharmD. And so I was so excited for her, preparing for her graduation. And it just kind of was going into a season of I wasn't wanting to push the shopping cart no more. I'm just be honest with you. My love for it was fizzling out. Last July, my husband took a tailspin. He got rushed to the emergency room, and we found out his sugar level was 780. They told him he almost died. And so with the pandemic, everything, shutting down, we weren't really active as we had been. And back in 2003, I was diagnosed with having Crohn's disease. So I knew I wanted to be very proactive about my health, his health, making sure that we were, just doing whatever we needed to do to keep ourselves ahead of the game. And with so many different health elements on both my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, I started having a conversation with the Lord. And I was really being specific with different things, just saying, I want to get my health together. I was starting to pick up weight, and, just all these different things were going on. In addition to, I just didn't want to push that shopping cart anymore. And so I asked the Lord for a different job. I was very specific. I asked him for giving me the opportunity to be able to have a job where I could have residual income. And also I wanted to be able to leave a legacy behind for my children's children, because we have 10 grandchildren, believe it or not. And so I started looking on the internet for different types of jobs like telework, staying at home, because I needed the flexibility. And lo and behold, I received this little graphic that I almost missed because I was not even on Facebook like that anymore. And my good friend Lavina, she sent me this graphic, and she didn't tell me anything about it. She just come to my launch party, and all I could do was read the information that was on it. So I went on ahead and I attended, and I didn't hear that much of Summer's story, but all of a sudden I just got this strong urge, this pull. The Holy Spirit was just like, you need to do this. You need to do this. And I'm like, do what? I don't even know what I'm here for, And so I sent her a message, and I just said, I don't know, but I need to be on your team. Is there a team? I don't even know what I'm doing here, but and so we were messaging before Summer really dove into her testimony. And then she started talking about gut health, and her testimony, if you haven't already heard it, is just super phenomenal. And I just was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the answer for me. And so that was on January the 16th. I actually went to her launch party. I signed up, and I mean, I dove all the way in. I got me the biggest welcome pack because I wanted to try everything that they had to offer, and didn't really still, I'm now 7, 8 weeks into using the products, and amazing, as we already know. Totally took away the inflammation that I had because of sitting so much. I had a lot of inflammation in my face, hands, feet, all of that. I feel so much better. I didn't know I wasn't getting good rest until I started taking our triplex combo, our X Factor Plus, and just seeing the great results, mental clarity, everything. And I'm gonna tell you, these trainings that we get are super, super phenomenal. The leadership that we have from both Robin, from both Summer. I mean, it was just like, I came to the Monday night training on Summer's team, and I was just like, okay, I mean, like, this is just like icing on the cake. Then I came to Robin's training, and I just was like, OMG, so overwhelmed and just so excited. I knew this was special. I knew it was different. It wasn't like anything that I had ever experienced before, because I had tried network marketing with Mary Kay, and I wasn't really that successful with it. But the passion that I have because of the products that we supply, I mean, I'm finding myself being so passionate to want to help people, to really tell them, like, no, there's hope. There's something that we have that can help you. And not only just for your physical health, but financially, if you have any type of deficiencies, like, you can really make great money. Okay. It's all dependent on how far you want to go with it. And so what I'm learning from this whole just beautiful journey is that my process is just that, is my process. And I'm thankful for my process. I'm not comparing. I'm excited to be able to meet all of you all. I mean, I can't wait till we go to convention and I can see everybody in person and just really have great conversation one-on-one. But this has been such an amazing, blessed opportunity, and I'm so thankful to be here.
Summer, you're gonna have to unmute. I don't have any words.
I don't have it either. I just have tears myself.
Okay, I'm gonna get it together. Okay, I'm sorry.
You got it.
Okay. Aisha, I have a couple questions for you. I'm so intrigued, so fascinated right now. So when you hopped on this launch call of Lavina's, what do you mean you messaged who before Summer shared her testimony? Like, when you felt the nudge of the Holy Spirit telling you that you had to do it.
Okay, so the pull was so strong because I had been in prayer prior to. I mean, this was like last September, October, November. So fast forward, here it is, 2 days before her launch party. I get this cute little graphic about a business come to my launch party. And I'm like, I don't even know. I almost missed it, for real. And so I sent her a text like, you should have sent this to me direct. I almost missed it, but I'll be there. She didn't tell me all the details. She didn't tell me nothing. I just showed up. And
was it on Zoom? Was it a Zoom?
Yes, it was on Zoom. This was just this January.
Okay.
It was on Zoom. And so I came, and we weren't even a good 20 minutes into the Zoom. And I just got this strong unction from the Lord. I had to be obedient. Like, literally, I didn't know what I was really getting myself into, but I told her, she'll tell you. I sent her a private message and I said, Lavina, whatever this is, I need to be on your team. Like, seriously, I don't even know if she still has it, but I have it because I know what I sent her. And then I heard more and more, and then it was so apparent why. But still just a little bit of the information that was given, I didn't really know what was all involved. I didn't know that the products was going to do amazing things for helping me in my health. I didn't know that the financial side of it was going to be so amazing. I didn't know that just the leadership side, the trainings, how it's helping me in my physical, natural life, that's going to help me to be able to take it forth when I meet these people, because I have a passion for people. I have a great passion for people. And now it's like my desire, my hunger for just wanting to be able to share how we have something for them is just expanded to a magnitude that I just can't even express. I'm very grateful and very thankful.
Wow, this is really mind blowing to hear. And I just want to thank you, Aisha, for sharing your testimony. I do have a couple other questions though. Tell us, you got on the launch call January 16th.
Mhm.
You obviously joined right after. Tell
Mhm.
us where you are now, like what rank you are. Give us some stats on how much you've made, if you're willing to share. We're just wanting to give people perspective on what is possible with an opportunity in a very short period of time.
Okay, so my launch party was on January the 24th, and that was a Sunday evening. And from January the 16th to the 24th, I signed up 4 people in that first week. So I was
Okay.
closing out January, signing up 4 people. So that led me to be Fast Start Silver. And then February comes, and the Lord allowed me to be able to sign up 16 people. And that was totally all him. And that led me, along with the people that I signed up, that decided to actually share as well, taking me to not only, I did 2 rank ups. I went from Fast Start Silver to Fast Start Senior Silver to Fast Start Gold. So I'm at Fast Start Gold right now. That has led me to have about $2,200.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm just blown away. And if people really knew the backstory of Summer and I and all that we've been through in this business and all the inside stuff that we know about just how the Lord has guided us on this journey, you would know why I'm crying. But I just want you to know that we are delighted to have you on this team. You are a breath of fresh air, and it's just the gratitude exudes from you. And so that's how I know that the Lord will continue to bless you. So thank you so much for sharing your testimony, Aisha.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay. Next up, we have Julie Robinson. I think she's on the call, but there's so many people who hopped on. I don't know. Is she here? Is Julie
Yes,
here?
I'm here. Hi, Robin.
Oh,
Hi.
there you are. Hey, Julie. Okay. So, Julie, same thing. You just take it away, but make sure you let us know in the beginning where you're from, when you started, all that good stuff. Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Julie Robinson, and I am currently a gifted and talented specialist. I'm from North Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm currently a gifted and talented specialist at the Little Rock School District Elementary School. I started my journey with Plexus on February the 3rd. A little bit background about myself. Health-wise, I was struggling with low energy. I have the doctors keep saying I'm pre-diabetic. My A1C levels have been up for the last 4 years. They've been trying to get me to take medication, and I am one of those people that do not do medication unless I just have to do it. And so I'm constantly asking my doctors, hey, what is a natural way to help me to get to avoid taking medication? Reason being, my whole entire family on my mom's side has diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. They're on 2 or 3 different medications for diabetes as well as high blood. And I'm seeing the impact that it has had on them my whole entire childhood, my whole entire life. And so I know I don't want to go that route. And so in 2010, I was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disease called adult Still's disease. It's very rare, like 1 out of a million people get it, and I was the one. So,
Julie,
yes.
tell me what it's called, or maybe spell it out or something.
Adult Still's disease. It's kind of like rheumatoid arthritis, but it's in that family. But it's you can't really test for it. You have to rule out everything else, and they did, and that's based on my symptoms at that time. I mean, my every joint in my body, it was inflamed. I could not walk. I could not eat. I had lost probably 40 pounds within 2 weeks. And so I was just in horrendous amount of pain. And so they did all the blood work and everything. And so, yes, adult Still's disease. And so I ended up having to take steroids for a year. Again, me being a person that did not want to take medicine, they told me I was supposed to take it for life. It's not a cure for it, but God is my healer, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, that He healed me. I, hadn't had any traumatic back sets or flare-ups. I do have flares every now and again, but anyways, and so I did the steroids and for a year, and I told them each time I went for my 3-month visit, okay, guys, you're gonna have to lower this, and they was like, no, you're not. No, you're gonna lower this because I'm not gonna, stay on it. So, anyways, after a year, I was able to get off of it. I have not had to take anything, and it's been almost 10 years. Well, actually, it's been over 10 years, about 11 years. Since the episode. And so I do, like I said, have flare-ups every now and again, my knees. And prior to me starting Plexus, I was starting to have a flare-up in my knee, in my left knee. And I started having pain. And so once I started taking Plexus, the knee started getting inflamed, it swelled up. And so probably a week after, all the inflammation went away. This is with no kind of ibuprofen, nothing, just Plexus. And I have not, and what makes it bad, my right knee was trying to act the fool as well. But, within a week, both knees were fine. I've had no knee issues since that day. I mean, since that first week of me taking Plexus.
What are you taking, babe?
I'm taking the Triplex. I'm sorry.
Triplex Microbiome Activating Slim or Hunger Control Slim?
No, the Activating Slim.
Oh,
so I take that as well as the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. And that's all. And oh God, I thank you. I mean, it's been a godsend. It's been an answer to my prayers. So and I'm trying not to cry because I'm a crybaby, guys. So if I start crying.
I love you. I love you. I love criers. They make me feel normal.
And I was gonna cry with Aisha's story. I was like, okay, come on, Aisha, you gotta come on, let me calm down. I'm like, I'm trying to stay calm here. But anyways, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I get it.
But like I said, this has been really a godsend to me. I mean, an answered prayer. Prior to my friend LaQuinta, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. But my friend called me and she had been trying to get me to join the meeting. And I was like, I was too tired to join. In January, my daughters and I ended up getting COVID and my energy level was already horrible before. But for whatever reason, I was really struggling with getting my energy back after COVID. And so I was at work and I have a 20-month-old son who has a lot of energy. I mean, off the wall energy, And so I, been trying to keep up with him. And so she had been trying to invite me to the meeting. I was too tired to focus. So I was like, no, I'm busy. I can't join the meeting. And so she's like, well, can I just call you? And I was like, yeah, you can call me. So she called me. And like probably the day before she even called me, or day 2 before, I was praying, and I have been praying to God for years, like help me with my energy, help me with my weight. I'm really tired of, I'm bigger than I've ever been in my life. I've been struggling with this. I have a 17-year-old daughter. So for 17 years, I've been struggling with my weight. On and off, starting the diet, getting off the diet, gaining weight 2 times the amount that I lost, stuff like that. So, and then I was having also bathroom issues as well, not being regular in that area. So I was praying one evening, I was barely able to get off the couch. And my son, he was just jumping, playing, being his normal self. And I was afraid that he was going to play too much because, he kept getting on and off the couch and I didn't want to fall and hurt himself, or he'll run into the next room and I didn't want to give him a hold of something that he need to. So I'm like, Lord, so I started getting frustrated. And I was like, please, son, sit down. I need you to, mama's just tired tonight. I just can't do this. And I was the only one here at the house. And I was like, God, I can't do this. I said, I can't live like this. I said, I need you to help me. I know you're my healer. I know you're my strength. You're my everything. And I'm like, I need you to give me an answer. I don't know. I said, because this right here, this is not going to work. It's not going to cut it. I have to be able to function to take care of my son. I have to be able to function to take care of my daughters. I have a 12-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter. And I'm like, I would come home, they're like, Mom, I need help. They didn't ask me for help often, but when they did, I didn't have the energy to give it. I was tired and I was so drained that I couldn't mentally think to just be able to help them with their assignments. And I'm like, my baby's gonna graduate next year. I need this time with her. I can't be just laying around on the couch and, and missing out on memories. And so I'm like, Lord, I need you to help me. I need you to help me with my mind in order to, eat better, whatever the case may be. And so she called me and she was talking. Now, prior to her calling me, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not finna sell anything. I'm not finna take anything. My mindset at that moment was I associated supplements with medication. And I already said I wasn't the type of person who I don't like mess. I mean, it has to be something serious for me to take it. But then not only that, I had bad experiences with network marketing companies. I had tried 3 other companies prior to Plexus. And I, just lost money, paid the membership every single month and never gained anything. And so I was like, I'm just not cut out for this. I'm a people person. I love people. I love everybody. I have a big heart. And doing stuff and sharing and talking to people, I talk all day, every day. That is no problem for me. It's just, I'm like, I guess I'm not cut out to do this because 3 different companies and no success whatsoever. And so I was like, I'm done with the network marketing. So she's talking to me and I'm saying, nope, not going to do it, but I'm going to listen to her because she's my friend. I love her dearly. I want to hear what she has to say. And so she started talking about her energy level increasing. And she said, and I was like, oh. But before that, she started with God had given her a dream to start taking Plexus as well as doing the business. I know she's a woman of God, a strong, powerful woman of God. I know she hears from God. So that one had already spiked my interest. 2, she was talking about her energy level increasing. I said, okay, check 2. Well, then she said that weight loss. She had lost like 11 pounds within that 3 weeks of her taking it. And I said, oh, check. I was like, so here is 3 things, that, really got my interest. And so in the midst of her talking, God brought back to my memory, when you just the other day praying to me about you need a change. And I was like, yeah, Lord. And now she's talking, I'm talking to God at the same time, like, yeah, well, say yes. And I'm like, say yes. And he's like, yes, say yes. And so she kept talking and she told me the price. And she said $100-some. Now, $100-some to some people may not be a lot. And it's definitely not a lot when it comes to your health. But $100 at that time for me was a lot because my husband had just recently discontinued working his full-time job. So my income in my household had cut in half. So I'm like, oh Lord, you told me to say yes to this, and I'm like $100. I said, I don't have $100 in my budget to guarantee, to commit to every single month because I trusted that the product was going to work. When she told me what she was experiencing within 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, I know this is a good product, so I'm going to take the product. But I'm like, how am I going to afford the product? And so then she further went on to say about the 3 people, and you refer them, and you get the $305 or so. And she's like, they right there can pay for your 90 days. And then you can just take it for 90 days and you can see if that works with your body. And then, we can figure out the rest, then. So I said, okay, Lord, you're telling me to say yes. I'm going to say yes. So I say yes. And so I went, and so she was telling me about a lunch party on that Saturday. This was like a Tuesday, Wednesday. She said, I said, okay, well, sign me up. What do I need to do to where I can get my name on the list to be at that lunch party on Saturday so I can be launching my business? And so I did what I had to do. I hadn't even heard Summer's testimony. I hadn't heard anybody else's testimony other than my friend. And when I heard Summer's testimony, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my God, really? It was just that powerful. And I'm like, had I not already said yes, I would have definitely said yes. Listening to that, but not only her testimony of just how she was healed health-wise, but then she was talking about how Plexus was, rewarding her with, all the different, she had just said she had just went and had a shopping spree with $2,000 some plus dollars. And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, okay, come on. I said, oh, I like what I'm hearing. I said, okay. I said, so, and I mean, again, stuff that, like the cars and stuff I heard with the other network marketing companies, but like some of the other things. And so she was just, bragging about how well Plexus, took care of their ambassadors. And I was like, okay. So, and then, so I decided to do it. And I was like, well, Lord, prior to my launching, I was like, now I know I heard you say that this is what you want me to do. So the 7 or 8 people that confirmed that they were going to be at this meeting, I need every last one of them to sign up. If not every last one of them, I at least need 3, because I need to know that within the next 90 days, I'm still going to be able to take this product. And out of my 7 or 8 people, 4 people signed up. And one of them, thank God, decided to do the business along with me. And yes, Christy, she raving down there. And one of my rock stars, oh gosh, she's an awesome woman. I could even go on and on about her. She's amazing. I love her dearly. But so she signed on, we latched on together, and along with LaQuinta, who was my best friend I was talking about, they referred me, and with Summer's help and with Robin's help, and this has been beyond words that I can express how blessed and grateful that I am. The support of the team, the love that that I felt from everybody that I've seen and connected with, just undescribable. It's like, wow. We don't even know each other, have never really physically seen one another, but yet we love each other as if we've grown up with them for, or just known that we're this, naturally blood kin. And, of course, in the Lord, we are family, but it's just been amazing. The support, the encouragement. I mean, just being shouted out, being shown appreciation, and going through, and not even really going too much in depth with my situation with my job, just being from a person who has felt underappreciated, unvalued, or I'm sorry. This has been amazing. This has been a godsend. Financially, I've almost made almost $2,000 within a month. I'm currently a senior gold, well, not officially, but basically, a senior gold. And like I said, I just started February the 3rd. I, was able to do the fast track I ended February as being fast start gold. My team is amazing. God has just really ordered each and every one of our steps, connected us to the right people. And every day my prayer is, God, just lead all of us, everyone, whether they're on my team or not, just lead us to who needs our help. This product works. I don't support just anything and everything, but this is a godsend. This is I'm full with godly people that believe, they are strong prayer warriors. I love that Summer does a prayer, team prayer meeting every Thursday morning. I love that how when she starts her meetings, she's, if it's a welcome call or a personal meeting, we do a prayer first before going into it, allowing the Holy Spirit to always be present within anything and everything that we do and say. And guys, I can go on, and I'm going to stop. And I'm sorry, Robin, if I, didn't answer all the questions, if I said too much.
You
But
were
I'm
amazing.
thankful.
Julie, you have touched, I think, all 85 hearts on this call with your amazing and incredibly transparent testimony. And so I just want to thank you. You are in the right company. And I don't mean company Plexus, I mean the right company of people.
Yes,
The right community. And so I'm just glad that the Lord saw fit to bring you to be a part of this tribe. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, girl. And congratulations on all your amazing success. Okay.
Thank you.
So last but not least, we have the amazing Lavina Slaughter. She is also brand new to Plexus. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and take it away. You and your husband are an amazing duo, I hear. So I can't wait to hear from both of you. So take it away, Lavina.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to share. Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Lavina Slaughter, and this is my husband, Jason Slaughter.
Hello,
And
everyone.
we are out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and we are blessed Ruby ambassadors. And for our profession, I am a quality monitor analyst at Luxottica. So it's basically at a call center, and I just make sure they're following policy and procedures and all that fun stuff. And he can tell you his profession.
Well, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I wear a couple of hats. And my 9 to 5 is a mortgage specialist. I'm also the CEO of Love's Locket LLP. That's a business that me and my wife created where we do counseling for married couples and for singles. I'm also an author of 5 books that are self-help relationship books that we use in the Love's Locket as well.
And to tell our story, we started, well, first of all, let me do a backdrop. I went to a plant church conference, and that's where I met the wonderful, awesome, beautiful Summer Godfrey and Candace as well. She was there too. And so they were taking a picture, and me with my outgoing personality, they were taking a picture together, but they was on this kind of camera moving thing. So I said, what do you got? They were over there laughing, having fun. And I was like, what are y'all doing? And they were like, come on, take a picture with us. And I was like, yay. So we joined in and took a picture, and we just clicked and connected, exchanged information, and became friends. 2 years went by. 2 years went by. We really didn't keep in contact. We were Facebook friends, but the particular day, I had a dizzy spell. I wasn't feeling good. I had gotten overheated. I got up to turn the ceiling fan on and to get some water. And the room was spinning. I felt dizzy. So I held onto the banister so I wouldn't faint. I got my water, made it back to the couch. My sister called, and I told her what happened. And she said, oh my goodness, the same thing happened to me yesterday. And hers was so severe that she called 911. She was at work. And so we were like, what is going on? My sister had COVID that year. I had experienced COVID symptoms in 2019. And I just never felt the same. My lung capacity I just felt different. So I started taking zinc, all these multivitamins. I was just trying to pump myself up. I was already doing keto diets. I was trying to lose weight because my doctor had told me I was pre-diabetic. And so I was trying to lose weight for that. And I did some, but nothing has really helped me lose weight the way that Plexus has. And so that night, before I went to bed, Summer reached out to me, and I was so surprised. I was like, oh, look at Summer reaching out to me. And she asked me, oh, this is a woman led, she hears God and she's led by God, and she obeyed. She reached out to me and she said, hi, Lavina, how you doing? And she was just like, how's your health? Do you have any health goals? And I was like, whoa, for her to ask me that the same day that I had the dizzy spell. She didn't know anything. She's over in Texas and I'm over here in Ohio. So I'm sitting here like frozen, don't know what to text back, because I'm like, looking around like, how she know? How did she know? But God knows, and spoke to her, and she reached out to me. So right then she sent me her testimony, and I said, I'll listen to it tomorrow, which I did. And right after I listened, I sent it to my sister. And so I reached out to her and let her know that I listened to it and that I was all in. I was ready because I knew I needed something. My body needed something more. And so we got signed up on January the 8th. And I hadn't got my products yet until the 16th. So that's why I didn't have my own testimony. I was just going off on Summer's testimony. I didn't even know what to share, how to share. That's why I just sent the graphic to Aisha. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It was 1 week, you know? So I'm glad Aisha was receptive to it. And so when I shared with my sister, she was all in as well. So we both signed up the same day and we both hit the ground running. And the reason why this was so important to us, because not only do we want to build wealth so we can, you know, set ourselves up for retirement. We're getting older. We want to also leave a legacy for our children as well. and I'll let my husband take the rest.
Well, to be honest with you, now I've been in sales, and I've been in sales for probably over 25, 30 years. So I've seen it all and I've done it all. So when she originally brought this to me, I said, well, okay, I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm gonna give you 90 days, to see if this thing's going to work, because we done been through the Melaleuca, we done been through the noni juice, we done been through the keto, we done seen it all pretty much. And it's not like we had to lose weight or anything. I mean, we weren't, really sickly people or anything like that, other than what had just happened to her. But we still want to be physically in shape to be able to do the work of the ministry. And that was one of my prayers is, God, allow me to allow Lavina to walk in divine health and strength so that we can continue to do the work of the ministry as we get older. So when her product came in on January the 16th, I let her, she was starting at first, and I'm like, well, I ain't gonna let you be getting healthy, and I'm over here dying in silence just in case I don't know what's going on with my gut health, because I had never really heard anything about gut health until to Plexus. So I began to drink the pink drink. I call it pink Kool-Aid, but the pink drink while she was doing it. And the first thing that I noticed for myself was that for 10 years, every day I would take what I call a power nap at lunchtime. I would go, I would eat my lunch at my desk. I would pack my lunch. I would eat it at my desk. And then I would set my alarm, and I would go out for an hour in my car, and I would take a nap. I would get back up feeling refreshed and whatnot, and go back to work. Well, as soon as I started taking, I think it may have been the second day of taking the pink drink, I wasn't taking any more naps during the day. I mean, I was just full of energy. So I'm like, wow, okay. And then what really surprised me, and this has never happened in my whole 57 years of my life, was I threw away a half box of glazed donuts. Now, I didn't know that my wife had went to the garbage can and what they call it, Facebook Live, the box in the garbage. But that was kind of funny to me. But yeah, I had never ever thrown away a half a box of glazed donuts, because I mean I love my sweets, but I literally threw that away because I didn't have a taste for it. It literally curved my appetite as far as for the sugar, for the sweets. So within 30 days, I got on the scale, because I started first seeing that I was losing inches in my stomach, and I ain't had no gut, but I had just a little gut, but my pants were a little tight on me. Let's just say that. So I saw that I was able to start fitting into some of my older jeans, right? And when I got on the scale, after about 3 weeks, I had lost 20 pounds. I hadn't done any working out, no walking, no nothing. I mean, literally, because of the pink drink curving my appetite, I was losing weight. And then when we saw her, she had lost at that time 15 pounds. And I set a goal to get down to about 185. I was about 208 at that time. And I'm now down to I'm fluctuating between 190 and 188 right now. And she started at, I think, 188, and she's now down to 168. Mm-hmm. So we saw that. That was wonderful. Okay, I was happy about, hey, we physically, boom, 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 getting where we need to be. But what really sold me to go, full blast in this was when I started to see the money going into the account, right? So when we first hit, when we signed up, they Summer told us basically, how the ranking thing went and how, you make your money. You get 3 people, you got 200. You make those 3 people get 3 people, and it takes you to 10. You get 300 for hitting senior silver. you go from senior silver and you get 20 people, then you have $500. So I'm seeing all this, like we hitting this hard, right? I'm seeing all these checks coming into the direct deposit. I'm like, okay. So my thought was, okay, I'm going to push my wife to get all the way up to Emerald because I want her to be able to retire, from her job. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and push her, and we do everything together. But I figure I would bring my expertise, my skill set of what I do into Plexus, along with what you guys are doing, and push her as far as I can get her, and then of course she's doing what she needs to do also, while she's working, she's also doing the back end of it, and we're working together as a team. I really try to encourage husbands to help their wives if they're involved in this, because this is something that literally, as Lavina said, that can become generational wealth, something that you can pass down to your children and your children's children. And so we began telling our family, our friends, about it, those that we love, those that we, desire to see successful, those who, are tired of living from check to check, and, showing them, how this is possible. I mean, we are no different from anyone on this call. The only difference, is how you pursue it. How you run after your goals, after your dreams. And when Lavina told me what she wanted, I'm like, okay, baby, we're going to get there. Whatever it takes, when you working, I'm going to be banging at it. When I'm working, you can be banging at it. And, that's what, to me, that's what it's about. It's about that camaraderie. It's not about competition. It's about, because I told her, originally we was thinking, well, maybe I can get in, on this too. And I told her, I said, nah, I don't want to split our efforts. I said, what I want to do is I want to push you as far as you can get. If we get you to Emerald, and you getting $102,000, then maybe I can go ahead and start at that point and we can start over. Or I might just push you all the way to Diamond and then we both just go on and retire together, and just be done with it, And, so, with that, it's like, man, when two are walking together in agreement, you can accomplish anything, but yeah, I would love to sit with the brothers and just kind of, tell them, hey, look, get rid of the pride, if that's an issue, support each other, because that's what it's about. And I'm about pushing my baby as far as she can go, get wherever she needs to get there. And, then she lets me handle the finances. So I'm good with that too.
Speaking of finances, how much money have we earned?
Oh, okay. So we're talking 60 days, right? We have earned over $6,000 in 60 days. We are at Ruby. I'm pushing her to get up to senior Ruby by the end of this month. Even when I go to work, I'm talking to people at my job. I signed somebody up at the job yesterday. I'm like, look, they ain't even been on a Zoom call, but I'm telling them all the benefits, of Plexus and what it does. And, I've been on enough Zoom calls with Summer to be able to regurgitate everything that she's been saying. Yes. I'm spitting it right back out. And I'm like, look, you know what? Hey, I don't care if you got if you're a diabetic, if you got high blood pressure, if you got high cholesterol, if you got inflammation, arthritis, joint pains, if you got sleep apnea, if you got what's the thing that women get,
menopause.
If you got menopause, if you need Santa Claus, I don't care what. My it can fix it. And then, I come back and I tell them, and the best part about it is that it has a 60-day, 100% money back guarantee. How can you complain about that? This is giving you the opportunity. So what I did at my job is I took some samples. We already had, overstock. I took some of my samples to the job and I said, here, look, I'm going to give you, I gave this one brother who just signed up. I said, I'm going to give you, 3-4 days, of this. And he's a little overweight and wants to lose weight. He said, Jason, after 2 days of just doing the pink drink, he said, I live on the 3rd floor. He said, every time I walked up the steps, I was out of breath when I got up there. He said, but after taking 2 days of this was before he signed up. He said, after taking 2 days of this, he said, I'm now almost jogging up the steps and I'm not even out of breath. I'm not even, I mean, I've got that much more energy in me. So he signed up that day. I signed him up on his telephone, you know, showing him how to walk, you know, through all the stuff. And I mean,
let me say something.
He's
He's only been on this job for 2 weeks.
On this
particular job. He don't know these people, but
so it ain't even about knowing them. It's about the fact that, you know what, hey, if you got some goals that you're trying to meet, you know, and I tell them, I said, it ain't my job to sell you on this. It ain't my job to do that. What I'll do is I'll tell you about the Zoom call. I'll let you get on there, listen to all these people give their testimonies of what it's doing for them, you know, and then you decide if it makes sense for you. But the bottom line is that, you know, and I told them this, I said, because everybody says I'm not a salesperson and I can't do this and I'm having issues with this. I said, but we've got right now 150 people underneath us, right? I said, but we only have 21, 22 out of 150. So I said, what that tells you is that this, first of all, that it's got to work, because ain't nobody gonna keep doing their subscription if it ain't working, and they're not gonna tell their family or their friends about something that ain't working for them. You know, so the bottom line is that, you know, you just keep pressing to get your level ones. You keep telling people, and then they're gonna be excited about it, and then their people are gonna tell people about it, and you know, it's gonna be a snowball effect. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a snowball effect.
Wow, this is just amazing. I am in utter shock that this team didn't even exist 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago, none of these individuals had even heard of Plexus. And so I could go into a whole nother call about the lessons that we learned from these 3 individual stories. I'll do that for another day. But I want to end with this, Lavina. So Lavina is pushing for, like Jason said, Senior Ruby this month. She fast started Silver, Senior Silver, Gold, Senior Gold, and she fast started Ruby. But she is actually in the running in our success sprints for the Paris trip. And so I want to do a screen share right now, and I want you to explain this to us, if you would be willing to, Lavina. I want you to explain this vision board that you made from 1998. There's 3 different ones. I want you to first explain the first page of your vision board. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What's going on?
Okay, he had to unmute me. He minimized the screen. Okay, there we are. We're back. Okay, I can see it now. Yes, this is a picture of my purpose planner. It's like a vision board, but it's actually in a binder. Ladies and gentlemen, I did this back in 1998. 1998. And I go through it periodically and I speak over it and I speak life to it. And I said, Lord, these things are going to come to pass in my life. So just recently, me and Summer were sharing, she shared her vision board, and I was like, yes, oh my goodness, mine has Paris in it, as you guys can see. And right underneath it is New York, because the trip, the people who go to, there's some people who can win a trip to New York before you go to Paris. So ironically, it's New York is right up under Paris. And it looks like a pink drink in the middle. I ain't know nothing about that. It just looked fruity and tasty. But it looks like a pink drink. And to your left, if you can notice, there is state Texas. I had never been to Texas before. So I put that in there. And lo and behold, I found out Summer was from Texas.
Wow.
And so we can go to the next one. Also, our convention was supposed to be where? In Vegas. If you don't notice at the top, I have Vegas there. I did this in 1998, remember? We also, when you become an Emerald, you receive a Lexus and you get an annual trip to Hawaii. I have Hawaii at the very top. Okay.
And I'm going to let you share this last one. This is from this past year, correct?
this past year, and because it kind of flowed into this year, I changed the number from 2020 at the top and I put a 1. You can see there's a slash in the 20 there. And so there's a lady at the top, look like she's working from home on a computer. That's actually what I do right now. And if you go down to, I don't know if you can see the little blue,
Yeah.
there's a blue box to the bottom right that says a leading leader.
It says reach your full potential as a leading leader.
Yes. Yes. And that's what I am attempting and trying to do now.
Oh, no. You got to take that back, boo. You are not trying. You are beautifully leading and leading well.
Thank you for correcting me. I am being a leading leader. Amen.
You certainly are. And I just want to remind you too, you probably didn't know this, but our convention last year that happened to be virtual because of COVID was called 2020 Vision. That was the name of our convention last year.
Oh my goodness.
So I just want you guys to know how much we have been blessed by your stories tonight. You guys are absolutely incredible. You have caught the vision and you have literally taken Plexus by storm. And I just want all 3 of you to know, really 4 of you, including Jason, how much you have the ability to physically, financially, spiritually, just change everything for your family and to create ripple effects of change for generations to come. And so it just warms my heart that the Lord saw fit for Summer to be your leader. And so thank you guys so much for being on this incredible call tonight. I know it went a little bit longer, but the testimonies were too good to be interrupted. So you guys have a good one. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
ladies.
y'all. So
Good night.